Yep.
All right. Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce, and tonight we are playing the Swamplands of ThaCos. Last time we had one character death. What was her name? Eve?
Yep.
Eve had perished. But I'll let you guys recap the last session. So you guys remember you started in the town of Havlo. What happened there?
Well, there was a good bit of meandering a little bit between our campsite, which is out on the edge of town, and the bar. We inquired within the bar about some dwarves that were missing. I believe they were dwarves, if I remember correctly, that were missing that we found about on the message board. And there was something they told us that they had gone to help the herbalist and the brewer, I believe, go collect herbs from over by that tower, and they had gone missing, and it'd been quite some time since they had gone missing.
Yeah, 6 to 7 months. It was originally the woman who had done that, which was kind of odd because her family comes from a lot of money.
Right. And then I think the other guy went after her and also never showed up, right?
Because he had been courting her, and when he had heard she went missing, he then went looking as well.
Yep. Let's see. We went down to. Did we go down to the Alchemist Lady? I believe.
Don't think you did.
Oh,
I don't remember if we showed up at their door or not.
No, we never did that, but we did talk to somebody else who talked about the wolf attacks being going higher and higher, and I think that's pretty much where we decided we were going to investigate that first because it's on the way to the tower.
We also spoke to the alchemists about getting some ingredients from Wolfhard Tower. They were snake berries, pixie buttons, devil something.
Devil peppers.
Peppers, that was it. We were also looking for the dill flower near the water of Lake Town, if possible.
We were also told that there were cannibals in the area.
Yes.
You had overheard some people talking at the tavern, some sailors basically talking about hearing that there were cannibals in these parts.
And we were looking for Hasida Rernsbang, the female dwarf from the wealthy family who left for the alchemist to go ahead and get some ingredients, as well as Krabad Flint Dweller, who was the person who was courting her at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there was also a guy who we got a map from, and I believe also was going to pay us if we made a map that was more detailed, I think, or something like that.
Yes, but you guys did not have cartographer's tools.
Yes.
Yep.
We got cartographer's tools by buying some at the the marketplace near the docks.
Yes.
There's some kind of festival, and I helped hang the banner.
Indeed, I forgot about that.
That's true.
That's
I forgot
true.
about that,
Black Trunk offered to hang all the banners.
And the barman was going to set up an outside table for our crew to go to frequently whenever we came back to the bar, because he noticed that our tree and friend was not able to fit.
And our lizard folk didn't bother coming inside.
I prefer to be outside.
Nope.
That too.
I was hanging out with the tree. I wanted to make sure he wasn't lonely.
You are an odd group, minus the human who has not been to Havlo yet. The three of you, a treant, a goblin, and a lizard man, are definitely an interesting group.
Very.
All right. So yes, you guys were thinking about setting up a camp because your lizard friend was still hurting. Or actually, you had already slept overnight, didn't you? I think you slept overnight.
Yeah, I wrote down full rest.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys woke up, and then you guys noticed it was still kind of dark from the one side, and you saw a black cloud that had been forming. Looked like a massive storm was coming. And then this unnatural light flashed that actually showed, like when you looked that direction, kind of, you saw it was emanating from the tower. And that was where we left off. So it is starting to come down and storm very hard. And you guys had said you wanted to take cover under the trees. What are you guys doing? It is starting to storm pretty hard, though.
So how's this water, this rain? Is it natural? Is it, magical? Is it acidic? Is it
Let's see. So as a tree, you would probably be able to taste every drop, right? Especially as it like touched your feet. It tastes like normal rain to you.
Okay.
Maybe slightly acidic.
All right.
But you don't have a way to tell if it feels magical or not necessarily.
Right, but I probably have an idea how, if it's like maybe near the ocean, if how salt, might have some kind of salt.
So since you guys are near the ocean, you would think it'd be maybe a little saltier. It's not though. It tastes pretty fresh, slightly acidic though.
All right.
Yeah.
Would Thunk be able to tell with his arcana knowledge or his arcane knowledge to tell if there's maybe something a little off about the rain?
Give me an arcana check.
All right. Oh, there you go, throwing things on the floor. Purple die.
If it lands on the floor, it's a 0.
No, the die isn't when it fell on the floor. I dropped a fork. That's not very good. That's a 12.
Yeah, you can't roll with a fork.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, you can't really tell. I mean, you do know there are like some spells that can cause storms and stuff. But other than that, I mean, you can't really tell.
It's rot.
In terms of wetness, would we view this as wet for rain, or is it sub-wet for rain?
It's definitely moist.
I don't even know what that means. Gosh.
The moisture level in this rain seems to be a bit low.
It's moist with a little bit of sediment.
So are we just getting drenched then? Is that how hard it's coming down, or?
You guys have sought shelter under the trees, so you're not getting drenched where you're at. But if you were to step out into the open towards the tower, yeah, it would be cold, and you would definitely get drenched.
Would I be able to tell based off of how this storm front came in? Would I be able to tell like if this was natural or not?
You could try an Arcana check. We did technically Thunk did, but I'll let you try as well.
Oh. Well, thankfully I have a +1. Probably not as good as him. Oh wow, 21.
So yeah, you get the sense this is not natural. This storm, there was no indicator, like you didn't smell like it was going to start raining soon or anything, and all of a sudden, like boom, this morning it just started happening.
Guys, this is not natural. As I kind of just slink off, like as close as I can to the tree, so I'm not getting drenched.
Oh, I'm getting drenched.
I know. I want to be. I want to be dry.
Water. I need as much water as possible.
Wait.
I'm going to look around the area. Do I see anything, like any beings that exist within the rain that shouldn't be there? Anything that would indicate...
Give me perception.
Okay. That's 21 on the dice and 22 passive.
Yeah, nothing seems to stand out to you.
Well, we should probably keep going towards the tower then. A bit of rain might be a pain, but it's better if we get on with our mission.
I suppose.
Well, that's a lot of positivity. Let's go. And I'm going to set off, cloak overhead.
Okay. I'm assuming everyone's going to follow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the tower, again, you can see it in the distance. It's not too far away. You're probably talking about 600-700 yards away. But the ground is very muddy. Now, as you come up over a small hill, because again, it's basically all grassland right here. You come up over a small hill, you can see looking down the whole tower in its entirety. And you see like what looks like a very large garden around it hedges and stuff that you would have to kind of work your way around. It doesn't necessarily look like it's a maze or anything, but it isn't necessarily like, oh, you just walk straight up to the front door. There's definitely foliage and stuff that kind of prevents that, it looks like. So yeah, you would have to make your way in through the hedges to get there.
Thunk has probably scrambled up into Black Trunk if he allowed it, due to the fact that it is very muddy and Thunk is not very good at traversing muddy ground.
I'm probably gonna take point because, you know.
Yep.
I'll be second in line. How high do the hedges appear to be?
Taller than Black Trunk.
Okay.
Which I think he's like 8 feet tall. So.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're going
to. He can barely like see, like he could reach the top of them, but he can't see over the top.
So as I'm walking down, I'm gonna take both my swords and I'm gonna cut down foliage as I go.
Okay. When you go up to cut the foliage, before you get that chance, you actually get, there's a vine that snaps out at you, and that is 18. Does that hit you?
For armor class?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this thorny vine hits you for 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And everybody can roll for initiative. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Boy.
I got a nat 20. I guess it's better there than on my first attack, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
And then we're going with the normal marching order, correct?
I'll be number 2. Yep, Kermit in front, and then the
Thunk's technically in Black Trunk, yeah.
Well, I guess I should have looked at my hit points before this, huh?
Well, you got a full rest, so you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay.
And it's in the order. It's Kermit, Serene, technically Black Trunk because Thunk's on top.
Mm-hmm. Where we are, yes.
All right, so Serene, it looks like she's number 2. Black Trunk, man. Oh.
He's a tree. How fast do you expect him to be?
I don't know. What'd Thunk get?
17.
Oh, okay. So you're right after Serene and then Kermit. Okay. Great. Well, I will be going first. I love going first.
That's what you always tell your wife, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Okay. So, you, Black Trunk, you see this quickly. You notice this. All of these bushes basically start moving in unison and shooting out vines at Kermit in the front. The first one obviously got him. Second is a 12. I'm assuming that misses.
Yeah, I've got a 14.
All right. Third is a 14. And you said that does hit?
14 is my armor class.
All right, so yes.
Yeah.
So you take 15 points of piercing damage from that one.
Ouch.
And then Serene, I just rolled a 19 on the die, so that's like 24.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
You're going to take 14 points from that, and the second one to Serene is a 15 to hit, and that is going to be 14. Oh, that doesn't hit?
Nope, 15 misses.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 15 on the die. Sorry. So that's a 20.
Oh, that hits.
And that is another 14 points of damage. All right. So that was them, their attack. What would you guys like? Or next up is Serene.
So I've just taken 28 points of damage. Is that correct?
I think so. 14 and 14. Yes.
Hey.
To be fair, I did roll very high on my damage die.
Yeah. Still not worth. I'm going to cast. How's our Kermit looking?
Not very healthy, I'll tell you.
I thought so. Okay, bonus action, cast a healing word on Kermit, who is going to get back, as soon as I grab my dice here, I said, as soon as I grab my dice here, dice box, thank you, is going to get back 10 hit points.
Oh, snap.
And I'm going to use my action to disengage, and then I'm going to go 30 feet back the other way.
Okay.
Because, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
All right, Thunk, you're on top of the tree.
Do I see like any particular location these vines seem to be coming from, like the source location?
Yeah. So when you see through the hedges, there is so the hedges obviously like spiral around this tower, right? And then there's like flowers in different spots. But you can see there's like one larger bulbous flower that is just past the hedges, like this row of hedges that actually seems to have these vines coming from it.
All right.
And it looks like the vines maybe stretch out about 15 feet.
All right. 1 second. To make sure this still does exactly what I think it does. All right. I'm going to cast use a 2nd level spell slot and cast Flaming Sphere centered on that flower.
Do it, sir.
All right. So it pops up in that occupied space. In its duration, it's a 5-foot diameter sphere. So anything within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I failed.
All right. So you're going to take 2d6 fire damage.
Roll the damage.
4, 5, and 6, which makes that's 11 points of fire damage.
All right.
All right.
It is so you set it ablaze, and it like Black Trunk notices it does this like shimmy thing, trying to get itself out of the fire. It did not like that at all.
Leave us alone, nasty pantsers!
Is it my turn?
It is Kermit's turn, unless Thunk is still doing something.
No, that's going to end Thunk's turn.
Okay.
I got
it is Kermit's
16.
turn.
I got 16.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh.
Kermit had
Okay.
a 2.
That's you mean Black Trunk?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay, so I just got hit the heck out of. I think I'm going to take a second to reassess the situation, what's around me. I just want to kind of like, see what vines, what's hitting me. What all do I see around me?
So you are right up at the hedge. There's a small opening to your right where you just hacked it out. And you can see this large bulbous flower about 5 feet beyond that. That just was set ablaze. And it's got what are clearly these pointy, like thorny vines coming from it.
Okay. We'll just say that's my bonus action, looking around, taking a minute to assess.
It's a free action to look around. You're fine.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to attack that bulb.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah, you can get up there.
Okay. And I am going to swing with both my weapons.
Do me a favor. Give me a con save.
A con save?
Yep.
Okay. 9?
Okay. So you have disadvantage to attack. You scrape along this hedge, and all of a sudden, you just feel this sudden urge to itch, like just profusely. It's like immediate poison ivy feeling, and you can still attack. Obviously, you're just at disadvantage.
Okay. I will attack. I'm going to ignore it. So that's 14 and I think an 8. Oh no, that's an 18 and then 12. I'm pretty sure 12 is probably not going to hit.
Nope, 12 hits. This is a large flower. It's like 7 feet tall.
And then
or flowers. It's like a large bush kind of with a bunch of flowers on it.
Okay, and then for the second attack with my other offhand weapon, it's a nat 1. So,
Okay, so that one will miss. So the first one hit, but what was the damage for that?
1d6. 5.
5. And what is the damage type?
It is just a short sword. I'm sure it's like slashing or something.
Yeah,
that's
those are
piercing.
slashing.
It's piercing.
Is
Oh,
it
it's
piercing?
piercing?
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot they changed it. in this
Long is slashing, and then obviously there's blunt, other stuff.
one. Okay.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you kind of like poke in and cut some of the flowers off of it. It's looking a little rough. The fire definitely wilted quite a bit of this thing, but it's all right still. Black Trunk.
All right, am I up?
Yep, your turn.
Okay. Seeing how this thing lashed out at us, and the damage that was taken, and now there's a fire, I will move back maximum 30 feet. And then can I see this flower? I guess I can see the thing burning.
Yeah.
And I begin to speak some words, and you see like this bony, it's more like this branch, ghostly branch appear next to it that starts to look like a hand and tries to touch it, and I'll use chill touch.
I love it.
Natural 20.
Beautiful.
Hey.
So max damage plus your roll.
Plus that one I rolled. Yes.
Good thing you got the max, right?
Yep. So 9 damage, and it has disadvantage against attacks on me.
Ah, okay. Well, you're really far away.
Don't care.
All right, it is his turn again. Kermit is right up on him. So Kermit, you feel the vine starting to like go around you. 2 attacks. Those are gonna miss. 2 more attacks. Okay, that's a 10. 10 misses. 19 hits. And then the last attack only on you is a 15, so that hits. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm rolling a d12, and I keep rolling 12s on the d12. So that is 17 points, Kermit, from the first attack on you.
Well, I'm at 0.
So then you're dropped. Okay, so the second vine that would have normally hit you, it wraps you up and starts pulling you inside of it. So you are now in the middle of this bush, which is also on fire, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not saved, I think technically that's going to be 2 failed saves on the next, on your turn next time. So just so you know.
Yeah. Flaming sphere lights any flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried on fire. So.
Yeah.
And clarify, it doesn't, unless it's undead, it would have disadvantage.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming it's not undead. So.
Not undead. Nope.
Okay, but it can't regain those 9 hit points.
Okay. All right. I'll remember that when the healer tries to heal it.
It could be a special flower power.
I'm just kidding. Serene, it is your turn.
This plant looks like an innocent civilian, so I'm going to cast Healing Word on it to try and heal it by because there's damage spell. So I'm just going to heal this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and heal our little lizard friend.
Okay.
Go ahead and take 9 HP.
All right.
Healing.
So you're back at 9.
Okay.
And I'm going to then give me a dexterity save as I pray to my god and go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on your stinking plant.
What am I giving you, a dex save?
Yep.
That is an 18.
That beats it. Jesus Christ. That's a dexterous plant.
We're doing the death save thing too, where if the first time you're dropped, it's 10. The second time, it's 11. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were doing that homebrew.
I believe.
Okay.
Now you have 9 HP. You're back alive, Kermit.
Yes.
All right, Thunk. Are you keeping your flaming sphere on the bush?
Yeah, so Thunk's going to assess the situation. Does it look like Kermit is also going to get burned if I ram the bush with the orb again? So I will drop concentration on Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
and then cast Chill Touch on the bush as well.
Okay.
So a second, smaller goblinoid-sized, skeletal hand reaches out and grasps another branch of this bush. And let me see if I hit it. That is 12 plus. Get to my character sheet.
It only has AC 11.
Okay, so yeah, we hit then. 12 plus 6 to hit. Yeah, we hit. And that is D8. Where'd you go?
As the skeletal fingers caress the flower's cheek.
Indeed. That is 8 points of damage.
All right. So you see this little tiny goblin-looking hand grasp the branch, and as it does, you see this plant just kind of weaken and like kind of start to split, and then all of a sudden its roots come out of the ground and it falls over, and Kermit is just standing there in a bloody mess, pin cushions all over him, and his skin looks clearly irritated right now. And we are out of combat.
Nasty plants.
I'm gonna pick up my weapons and just go.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at Thunk and say, brave, certainly. Skilled, perhaps less so.
So what you see, Kermit, from where you are, is you're surrounded by hedge, but the next ring of hedges are all like waist high. So it was just this first row that was up really tall. And you can see across the garden on the other side of the tower, it looks like another one of those bulbous plants. It looks like there's 4 of them around this tower, evenly spaced out.
But I'm pretty. I can easily identify where they're at now.
Yeah. From inside the garden area, yes, you can tell. There's other plants as well, and you see what looks to be in front of the tower. So the tower looks like it's probably. It's not a huge, like it's not very wide. It looks like maybe 25 feet wide. But you can see the front door, and just outside the front door, it looks like there's this large, like a platform that would normally have like a statue on top of it, but there's nothing there.
Right. But from seeing all this stuff, I would imagine that my character can deduce that this is part of like a defensive system, like it's already
possibly
been put into place.
Possibly.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast healing. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself while we have the respite. Because I'm at 3.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go like kind of like lump back to the group and relay that information and be like, "There's defenses in place, obviously, as we just ran into. My friend, thank you." And I'm gonna do like this weird like little bow kind of thing to him. And then just kind of wander off behind the tree.
Oh, behind Black Trunk?
Yeah. Okay. And I was saying that to Serene.
Gotcha.
So.
Very strange. What type of...
You guys hear, coming from the tower, you hear this, a man scream in pain, and then a large flash come from the top of the tower.
But that's not good.
What was that?
It sounds like somebody died.
What were the defenses that you saw in front of the tower that you mentioned?
So I saw, what was it you said on the gate? It was like a big old...
So in front of the door, maybe like 20 feet in front of the door, you saw like a large like base of what would normally be a statue, like a rectangular base, but there's no statue on it. And you saw at least 2 more of those flowers evenly spaced, like at the corners of the property, kind of, but inside the large hedges. So you could probably discern there's a 4th one on the other side as well.
Probably hidden out, yeah. One I couldn't see.
Yeah, on the other side of the tower.
So there was a large statue and 4 bulbs on each side. One I think is there, but I don't know for sure.
What do you mean by a large statue? What did it look like?
What did it look like?
It's just a base for a statue, but there's no statue on it. So it's just a large rectangle.
Just a base. Yeah, okay. Just a base of a statue.
In that case, whatever it is might very well be roaming around.
So are there other bushes and plants around us?
Yeah. Not where you're at right now, but if you go inside the hedges, there are a lot of plants and stuff in there, yes.
The flowers that they're the creature that we just killed. What did the flowers and stuff look like before it got beat up?
Yeah, pink, red, just from white to red, various shades between those two.
Look out for the white to red flowers. We're gonna keep an eye for those.
And they stand out. Like there's like thorns and stuff all up on it. And they're pretty tall. They're like 7 feet tall. They stand out. They're very pretty though.
So avoiding those, I will try to go up to some of the other shrubbery and attempt to communicate with it.
Okay. How does that work? You can talk to it, or
let's see. Speech of beast and leaf. So you have ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants. They can understand the meaning of your words, and you can understand the basic concepts and ideas from them.
Okay. In a really high-pitched, squeaky voice, you hear, ooh, hello, fellow creature. Fellow plant.
Oh, yes. We only come in peace.
Of course a plant would come in peace. We saw that fire, though.
Yes, that was most unfortunate.
What brings you here?
We wish to go inside.
I don't know if the master will let you in.
What is this master that you speak of?
He who dwells here.
Is he who dwells here short or tall?
Shorter than you.
Does he look
taller than your short friend over there?
Does he look like any of us?
No.
Does he take care of you?
Yes. We get rain on our leaves. We get other types of nutrients that he gives us.
So he provides the rain?
He can, yes.
Did I see this statue, this platform, this
Yeah, you see the platform.
pedestal?
Yeah, you definitely see it. And in fact, on the front of it, it has like this angled like plaque. You can't make out from where you're at what it says, but there's something on it.
It looks like there was a statue here, but the words are unclear. Can you provide me something? I don't wish to get near.
Yeah, we have not seen a statue there. It's just the platform.
What does it say?
Oh, well, I think it says, and I can't see it from here, but I've heard some of the other flowers that have communicated through the others. They say that the sign in front says, "Protector of the wolf heart lies inside."
Do you know what this wolf heart is?
That is the tower.
A tower is a heart?
No, I don't know what lies within. I believe there's something inside that it gets its name from.
Are those pretty flowers told to protect the tower?
Yes, and I believe your friend attacked the hedge first. So he was attacked back.
Yes, well, if you let us pass, we will not attack you. We just wish to go inside and talk to your master who dwells.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
Do you know where the door is?
Yes, it's over by the platform.
Should we knock first?
I would knock.
So I relay this information to the party, tell them what the platform says, and that there is a door, and that we should probably knock first.
There should be a warning sign before we start cutting down hedges. The character looks obviously just upset.
Perhaps if we looked for the entrance of the hedges, they would have said, "Don't disturb the hedges," as opposed to just running through the side.
To be fair, that is what you did. You ran through the side. You didn't try to find the entrance.
So I have not picked my uncommon magic item.
Okay.
But I was thinking, since I am a treant, I probably would need the decanter of endless water, if that is okay to have.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
So when he tells me that, I take out the water, the decanter, and give him some water.
Oh, he loves it.
Of course he does.
I'm drowning! Help me!
The leaves look a little greener to you, Black Trunk.
Good, I have done well.
Isn't it raining right now?
It is as well.
That's fine.
But the decanter water is not acidic. It's just right.
Right, sure. It's good.
Yes,
It's like
spring water.
it's 100% proof.
Straight from the same tap they get all the other water.
Well, should we go up to the door?
Sure, let's knock and see if anyone's inside.
Well, after you.
Okay, now go up to the door and I'll knock.
There is a knocker on it too.
Oh, convenient.
It looks like a wolf's head, and in its mouth it has the knocker.
I will accept its mouth and use the knocker.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Banana foam. Oh, wait, what?
You don't hear anything. You do still see, coming from the arrow-slitted windows at the top, you do see flashes of light occasionally that are strobing.
Oh, they're doing one of those silent rave things right now. That's why they...
So, does it look like light from a fire or light
No.
from like...
Unnatural light.
Okay, good. All right, I'm good.
Bright white light that keeps flashing. But you don't hear any noises or screams coming anymore.
Perhaps their master's in trouble. Well,
No.
I'll go ahead and I'll try to push the door open if it looks like it can be pushed.
Yeah, it does look like a push door. When you go to do so, it does not budge.
Thunk's gonna watch all the plant life around us as Serene pushes on the door and see if any of the plants look like they're tensing up and like.
Give me a perception check.
All right.
I know the plants look kind of sus.
Well, that's a nat 20.
So you see them slightly move. They don't look like they're tense though. Black Trunk, are you watching the plants too?
I would certainly look around to see how they're acting.
So Black Trunk could probably discern that they look more curious, like they're trying to see inside as you push on the door. But yeah, the door does not open.
Okay. Let me see. Does anything on this tower seem like it would have some significance, perhaps religiously or so, like the lion's head or something?
Wolf's head. Give me a perception check.
That's it. Okay. Well, my passive is 22. My perception check itself is 19 plus 7, so 26.
So you do see some symbols on the building. Because you had such a high perception score, you recognize them as the symbols for the schools of magic. Which ones are which, you might not know. I don't know how high your arcana is, but you definitely know that they are the symbols for the different schools of magic.
Hey, Thunk, you're a wizard, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Would you be familiar with the symbols for the School of Magic?
Ugh.
I'm going to point them out to Thunk.
Yep.
Yeah, Thunk will look at them. Which ones are there?
So it looks like all 8: abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation.
Those are there.
And it looks like they are evenly spaced out once going around the tower. It's a circle tower, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Are these symbols or writing?
Looks like they're carved into the building.
Because if it's any kind of writing, I will attempt to read it.
It's not really writing. It's more the symbols for the schools of magic.
I'd like to go ahead and cast light on the evocation.
Yeah, Thunk will point out for her which one's the evocation one.
Okay. And I'm going to use the light spell on it to see if it does anything.
It lights up.
Oh.
Okay. But it lights up from the spell, not as in it actually does anything that we can decide.
No, it looks like the symbol starts to light up.
I think we need to cast one of each spell on these to perhaps open the door. It might be a test, if you will, for a aspiring wizard, for example, to go ahead and enter the tower.
Ugh.
Thunk will cast prestidigitation on the transmutation one.
Okay.
And he's going to make it instantly dirty.
All right. It lights up.
I'm going to cast guidance on the divination one.
All right. It lights up. And they're glowing like a blue. Like a bluish... Actually, they're glowing like an eldritch green. Actually. Because that just looks cooler.
Shit.
And it's kind of dark out because of this storm cloud overhead.
I'm then going to go ahead and cast Bless on the enchantment one.
Okay.
Okay. What are the other ones we still need?
Abjuration, conjuration, illusion, and necromancy.
Okay.
I'm looking through my spells. I've got a lot of overlap.
I have an abjuration spell if that works, and I have.
Am I the only one without spellcasting?
I think so.
Are you a fighter?
Well, no, I'm a ranger. But I went fighting style.
Yeah, but you still have spells as a ranger.
I do not.
He chose the non-spellcasting ranger.
Yep.
Oh, a different type.
There is an option, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What ones are left? I'm sorry.
Abjuration, conjuration, illusion, and necromancy.
Don't waste your spell slot on the divination one.
I didn't. I used a cantrip.
Okay, good. I was gonna say if you'd used the spell slot, I could have done mine as a ritual. All right. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what shield is.
We got enchantment already.
Yes.
Yep.
I have abjuration and transmutation available still.
I can do an abjuration for a level 1 spell slot.
That's better than mine.
Okay. Thunk will use a first level spell slot and cast shield on the abjuration one.
Okay. Perfect. And that one lights up. So conjuration, illusion, and necromancy.
I cast chill touch again as the spectral branch turns into looks like a hand, and it will trace out the symbol.
Okay. Is that necromancy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, it definitely starts glowing.
And we need illusion and what was the other?
Conjuration.
Conjuration.
What?
I can't help in either of those fields.
Am I the only one with a conjuration spell?
Probably.
You got any, Peter?
I'm looking. This is the one thing I don't know what these are.
The only one that I have, I think, is web.
I do it. That's all I don't have anything for conjuration or illusion.
I'm looking for illusion. I don't know if I have any illusions. That's a transmutation.
You do notice, Kermit, as you're standing there, the keyhole on this door is glowing the same green.
Oh, as everything else?
Yep. And it's seemingly, with every single spell that's cast on one of these, it gets brighter and brighter.
I think I'm the one with a conjuration.
It's working. Keep doing what you're doing. That's what I'm going to say.
Keep doing the thing.
Just use your spell.
Let me check a couple more spells real quick before I waste a second level. Did we do enchantment already?
Yes. You just need conjuration and illusion.
And illusion.
I don't know if I have any illusions.
Does anybody have color spray?
Nope.
No.
That's illusion. Just saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of spells that are illusion. Doesn't mean I'm unfortunate.
I know. Illusion is usually pretty worthless, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's definitely an opinion.
It is an opinion. I've seen it work, though.
Feeling this one's an evocation, but I'm not sure.
What spell is it?
Yeah, I already figured it out. It's Tasha's Caustic Brew. It's evocation.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got. I'll bite the bullet and cast web on the conjuration one.
All right. Yeah, that one starts to glow. The only one not glowing is the illusion one.
Does anyone have any illusion spells available?
I don't think anyone has an illusion spell. What would you like to do?
That's a good question.
Black Trunk, the flowers speak to you and they say, nobody seems to have gotten this far before.
Do you know anyone who can create an illusion?
The master can.
What about the flowers?
No, they don't cast magic. We've seen people pick the lock and go in before, though.
Do they use a key?
Nah, they use like these little tool doohickeys. They don't look like a key.
Anyone here pick a lock?
I give them some more water.
They are
Elton
thrilled.
trial.
Or no, I don't have these tools. Never mind. I can't.
I don't either.
And I think even if we use these tools to get in, we might piss off whatever's in there and guarding them because we're getting in through a unsupported way.
Didn't you say that for the lock, though, the whole lion or the whole wolf head, that's glowing green, but
the keyhole is
middle,
glowing green.
Keyhole is glowing green.
What happens if I go up and touch it?
You touch it, but nothing seems to happen.
Hmm.
Or you're just touching it, like just putting your finger on it?
Well, I'm trying to like basically push it in. Kind of thing.
It looks like it wants to open, but it doesn't open. It gives a little more than it did before when Serene tried to push it. Because you're just doing like a light push, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, I think if we push at the same time, we could probably open this.
I don't have any better ideas.
Okay. So who's doing the push? The main push. Is that you, Kermit?
You're funny.
I'll push it. I have +4 athletics.
All right. You can have advantage if people are helping you.
Yeah, I'm obviously going to help.
X'd it out.
Press it. Press it more, good.
Everybody, 1, 2, 3, push.
Oh.
Well, advantage makes all the difference. It went from being a natural 1 all the way up to a 23.
Nice.
So you noticed it was a lot easier to push this time around than it was before. And while it does give you some resistance, seemingly the magic that you guys have cast on it made it a lot easier. And you push the door open with relative ease. When you look inside, this room is well lit, but you don't see where the light is coming from. There's no torches. There's no magical light cast here. It's just a well-lit room somehow. And you see a stone statue in the center of the room. It looks like a man with a well-groomed beard holding a sword. And there's a large painting of a man on the wall to the left that looks exactly like this man, but obviously with painted flesh tones and everything. And to the right of the room are some stairs that go up. When you look at the painting, if you make eye contact with the man on the painting, it looks away.
Bit bashful, isn't he?
And if you stare, it actually turns its head away from you. But if, for example, Black Trunk is staring at it, Black Trunk is the only one who sees it turn. The rest of you don't see it turn. It depends on how you interact with the painting.
As soon as Thunk noticed it moved when he looked at it, he's just like locked on, like, oh.
Yeah, so you see the man turn around and face away from you, Thunk.
Look back over here. Hey, I'm looking at you.
And you guys are still standing outside, correct?
I'm going to head on in then if the room's lit and there's nothing else here. Hello? Anyone home?
It echoes slightly as the floor is like a white marble. The walls are just stone, like typical like tower stone walls. And again, it's just the one painting on the left. There's a stone statue in the center, and then some stairs with what looks like a very nice carved wooden railing that go up on the right. When you walk in, Serene, the statue in front of you steps down off of its platform and looks like it's going to strike you.
Hello there. We're coming to get in from the rain. We knocked. Did anyone hear us?
Roll for initiative.
I tried.
Apparently they do.
Yeah, apparently they're not very good hosts. I will definitely file a complaint.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Oh, I got a 16.
I got a 17.
Ooh.
Ooh, I got an 18.
Ooh. Type them all in.
Yep.
All right, so Kermit looks like he's going first. Thunk is... What'd you get, Thunk?
15.
15. Serene got a 17. So, and then what'd Black Trunk get? An 8. So Black Trunk's just perpetually last. So it looks like it's Kermit, Serene.
When I have a -2 to initiative, yes.
Thunk, and then Black Trunk. Oh, didn't you do like 3d6 down the line or something?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, Kermit, you see this statue raises it, or seems to have its sword ready to strike Serene in front of you.
Does he care? That's the question.
That is the question, yes. Kermit actually does care because you saved Kermit's life. So Kermit is going to jump in front of the statue with both weapons up above and try to block the strike.
Okay. I will allow that. So that will basically be a defensive position then for you?
Yeah.
And it will deflect the attack towards you rather than Serene when it attacks.
Yes.
Okay. Serene, it is your turn.
Well, these people are terrible hosts, and I intend to tell their master once we meet them that they have been very rude to us. Because this is unacceptable behavior and bad treatment. And I will very upsettedly... let's have a bit of fun, because I never have fun anymore these days. I'm a very depressed person.
Oh, whatever. You always have fun.
right behind the statue, I will go ahead and cast. Let's go with spiritual weapon right behind it.
Okay.
And,
and I'll let you attack on this turn. I think technically you're not supposed to be able to, but I will.
You technically can attack. It's a bonus action. When it's conscious, you attack with it.
Okay.
And yes,
I've had someone argue with me before that you can't do that on the same turn, but I always allow it. So no.
I was about to say,
I don't care what the technicality is.
Say, unless they're reading from a different book, that's what
the casting. The casting time is a bonus action, but I believe the attack is also a bonus action. So I think it's separate. But either way, I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it says.
No, I mean the sage advice, because I think it's been explained to me in a way that made sense to say that it's not something you can do at the same time. But either way,
I'll look it up after my turn and be sure. Okay, that's this angelic-looking figure that is a biblically accurate angel that tells you to be not afraid of it appears, and rolls a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And maximum damage. So that's 13 points of damage to it, radiant.
All right.
And give me a dexterity saving throw as well.
So you hit it. I got 15.
That fails, actually. It's 16.
Okay.
So it also takes 7 damage from Sacred Flame.
All right. So you hit it, and some rocks kind of fall off the statue, but it's standing strong. Whoops. It is its turn. It has 2 attacks, but it's at disadvantage because of Kermit. It is attacking Kermit. I think I miss on the first one. Yeah, that is a 13 for the first attack.
Okay, yep, that's a miss.
Second attack is only an 11, thanks to the disadvantage both times. So,
wow.
So he misses. And you can see this large stone sword like smashes down into the floor, cracking the floor. And you can feel just the floor shake, and the echo of the crashing of stone on stone is almost unbearable. And it is now Thunk's turn.
Yeah, Thunk's going to pull out a very rotten grape out of his components pouch and mash it together in his hands, and then cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at it.
Okay.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
Man, you guys are really attacking their decks, huh? That is a 12.
That is a fail.
All right.
All right. He's going to take 2d4 acid damage, and he's covered in acid. Or at the start of its turn? At the start of each of its turns. So he's now covered in acid.
Okay.
At the start of his next turn, he'll take 2d4 acid damage.
Okay. Roll the damage.
That is 4 and 4, so 8.
So you see this acid coat it and start bubbling on its surface. It seems to be withholding just fine for now, though. And it is now Black Trunk's turn. This statue's only a couple feet taller than you. The ceilings in this room are about 20 feet tall.
So I'm assuming I'm like outside the door.
Yes. The doorway is very large, I should have mentioned. So it is a very large door. It's about 9 feet tall. So you, I think, fit just right.
Okay. I give a quick glance to the shrubs and other plants that are outside to see what they're doing.
Okay. They're just kind of peeking. They just seem intrigued.
Okay. And then you see like it's almost like the leaves and stuff start to rustle, and then like a torrent of like broken up leaves and tiny sticks and like black water comes flying out at it, and I hit it with Eldridge Blast.
Awesome.
And that's a very much a miss.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. What's my attack?
If you think you missed, you missed.
Well, it was you never know. 11.
Right. Yeah, no, you missed by it.
Okay. It's a big whopping 1 damage.
Kermit, it's your turn, buddy. Followed by Serene.
Okay. So just basically, I kind of glanced the blow next to me, pretty much.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack it. I guess I don't have anything better to do. First attack. Yeah, that's probably not gonna hit. 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay, and 21.
It hits, but it bounces off. Like you can tell, you did no damage because of the stone. You grazed the stone.
I kind of figured that was going to be the case.
Yep.
I'm gonna disengage and just move back like 10 feet or so.
Do you have a bonus action to disengage?
I don't actually.
You will provoke an
never
attack.
mind.
Do you want to do that?
No.
Okay.
No. Absolutely not.
All right.
Never mind. I guess I'll be in my turn.
Serene, it is your turn.
Well, this thing's looking pretty nasty still, correct?
Yeah, it's definitely looking pretty solid. You guys have knocked off, done some damage to it.
Does a dirty 20 hit it with a spiritual weapon?
Yes.
Okay, then. He will take another 6 plus 12 force damage. No, I'm sorry, 11 force damage.
Okay.
And that's pretty much my best bet. Dex saving throw.
I rolled a nat 1, so go ahead, roll the damage.
6 damage of sacred flame.
All right. Yeah, no, it's still standing. It's looking a little rough, but it's still. It doesn't look like it's going to fall anytime soon. Now it's going to attack Kermit with its 2 attacks. By the way, Kermit, remember when you attack, you're at disadvantage still from the itchiness. All right, so one attack misses for sure. The other one's a 21 on Kermit. And... all right. 11 points of slashing damage, Kermit, is what you take. From this large, great sword size weapon. And it's now Thunk's turn.
So on that thing's turn, it took 2d4 acid damage because it's on the start of each of its turns.
Yep, roll the damage.
That is 4, and then I'm going to use my my racial feature, Fury of the Small, to give it 3 more damage, so 7 total damage. And that's the last time I can do that this day.
Okay.
Then I'm going to cast Sapping Sting on it, which is not a concentration spell, so it won't break my Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
And that is, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
12. Oh, and I just realized I'm on mute, but I dropped from that hit, by the way.
Oh, okay. Kermit's down again.
12 is a fail. So it falls prone, and it takes 1d4 worth of damage for 1 more damage.
Okay. All right. It's Black Trunk's turn. So Kermit falls as your guy's friend Thunk is casting spells on this large statue. Your death saves now are a DC 12 now, by the way. Because I think you fell last session and you've fallen now in this session.
I'm going to try Eldridge Blast again.
Okay.
It was from... That would be it. That is 19 on the die. So 23.
Hits.
9 points of force damage.
All right. Yeah, you see more of it start to crumble off. It's looking a little weak. It looks like maybe a couple more hits and this thing might topple. And it is Kermit's death save.
You're muted, Kermit.
Muted. You see your life flashing before your eyes.
Sorry.
You remember being just a
well, I
little
rolled a nat
tadpole.
1, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
That's
definitely
fails.
a failure.
2 fails, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Serene.
Yeah. Kermit's down again.
Yep. Your spiritual weapon has advantage, by the way, because it's prone.
That is true. It's just going to be a very advantageous spiritual weapon. It is going to be a natural 20 from that advantage spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that 8 and 7 is 15, plus 5 more is 20 damage.
It crumbles and falls to the floor.
Oh, lovely. I'm gonna run up to Kermit and attempt a medicine check on him to stabilize him as my action. Okay.
Thunk's going to use his class feature to regain half of his level worth of spell slots per day. So he's going to regain 1 spell slot.
Is there any way
hang on. We're going to stay in order real quick, just because of the death saves.
Okay.
What's the med check? You have to beat a 12.
Okay, it's 13 plus 5, so 18.
So you stabilize him. So Kermit is alive. Okay, we will now come out of initiative order. Now you can do whatever you guys want. You can do what you want, Isiah, what you were saying. Now,
yeah,
Peter,
I'm just regaining 1 spell slot.
Okay.
I was going to try to do the help action for Serene, but...
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You could have just done the check on your turn also, rather than help. But yeah, no, he's fine. He was stabilized.
Oh, I'm also going to use that Pearl of Power to regain spell slot as well.
Okay.
That's a once a day.
Gotcha.
As well.
So you're standing in this room. The statue has crumbled to the floor. You got stairs to your right, and that painting on the wall to the left. The painting on the wall to the left, though, the man, as you guys are looking at it, fades away, and he is no longer in the painting. And with that, we'll take a 5-minute break, and we'll be right back.
I eat.
All right.
All right. So Kermit is still like he's alive, but he's lying in his own blood. Technically you're stable, but you're unconscious for 3 hours unless somebody heals you.
Oh, lovely. I think we should take a rest here, if nothing else.
Let's give him some time to wake up.
I think we're going to have to.
You can smell steak and onions and mushroom and peppers coming from the stairway.
Thunk is like leaning out of the top of Black Trunk, like.
It smells delicious.
If
I don't
you say
think-
so.
I don't think that'll wake me up any sooner.
Nope.
There could be a trap there.
So when this stone thing fell, did it fall apart?
Yeah. It shattered.
Is there anything that, maybe I'd be looking for a piece that looks like the face or a nose or an eye, or is there something that resembles that? Or
Yeah.
survive?
You can find a piece of like where the eye was.
okay. I peek
You
back
also
outside.
see some kind of a crystal gem that was like at the center of it where its heart would have been lying on the floor as well.
Okay.
Worth about
Shiny-
500 gold probably.
A shiny rock, Thunk.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I pick up a piece that looks like the eye,
Yep.
and I lean back outside. Well, I'm still outside, so I say to the plants, bushes, do you want to see what was on the inside?
Yes. They
So I
all
take
say
it-
in
I
unison.
take that stone eye and I show them, and then I place it on the ground so they can look at it.
They're all like jockeying all the flowers to see.
Dude, check this out, man. It's totally radical, dude.
Thunk's stashing that very shiny rock in Black Trunk.
Nice.
I'm gonna use my harness divine power ability to gain back a first level spell slot.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
How long are you waiting in this room? Until
we'll take
Kermit
a-
wakes up, or
Yeah, we'll take a short rest. That's about usually
An
4
hour.
hours. Or is it an
Well,
hour?
short- it's an
Oh,
hour.
1 hour?
Oh, I thought it was 4.
Yeah, a short rest is 1 hour.
This is why we're so confused whenever you're DMing and we're like, we're going to take a short rest, and then the day's half gone suddenly.
I always thought it was half of a long rest.
Sir, you are on drugs. Leave.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I always thought it was.
I have no idea.
Hey, look, man, you can always homebrew it.
Right?
Hey, I like the idea of playing with the variant where it's a week is a long rest and a day is a short rest. I love that.
The problem is you just
That actually makes sense,
to
though.
an absolute
Yeah, it does.
crawl.
That
Well, yeah, it means you have to play more carefully as players, for sure.
Or just me, which is very difficult in 5e, as you've seen.
So-
If you have some healing magic, it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, I agree.
So if they seem to like that I did that, I will grab other assorted pieces of the
Yes.
stone statue and put
they
it
are
out there
thrilled that they're seeing
for
something
that
new.
for that display. Yeah.
They love it. They're very happy. The 3 hours pass. Kermit, you wake up at 1 hit point. And meanwhile, Black Trunk has almost fully rebuilt the statue outside along
Yes.
the ground.
Yes, I have.
It's awake.
It is
Damn statue.
It's
still stone.
No, not the statue. Kermit.
Oh.
No, my character just goes, kind of rolls up, looks at everything, and just goes, "Damn statue, not again." And then just rolls up and kind of like picks up his things and starts like starts tending to his wounds, kind of thing.
This
Nice.
picture on the wall. Is it a painting?
It is a painting.
I step inside and try to remove it from the wall.
Yeah, you're able to remove it.
You don't want to know what else I have. And I take the painting and place it outside the tower for them to look at.
Yeah, they see a painting of what looks like just some grasslands, but there's no guy on it anymore.
Yeah, but they didn't know there was a guy there anyway.
Correct.
So once it's taken out of the building, there's no guy on it?
There was no guy once you guys killed the statue. He like
Oh.
faded away.
Huh.
Now, don't let anybody else come in while we're in here.
Wait, hold on a second. Black Trunk, you took off the picture off the wall.
Yep.
Are you holding on to it still?
I just placed it outside the tower like it's leaning up against right where we came in.
Okay.
I'll bring other prizes for you to look at.
Yes, please do.
Thunk's gonna take a rock and see if he can like press it into the painting or if it stops.
It just feels like a painting that you're pushing on.
Huh.
In fact, you're kind of damaging the canvas of the painting.
Where'd it go? Huh.
Well, should we go upstairs?
Meanwhile, you don't smell the smell of steak anymore coming from upstairs.
3 hours later? I hope not.
Yeah, nope. It stopped like 2 hours ago.
Well, what's all it thinks? Do we go up the stairs?
I need to rest more.
We can give you a little more time.
You
I'll
guys can
back
go
to
upstairs.
sorting my bones.
I'll hang out here. I'll keep watch.
The storm cloud outside has gone away.
Is it starting to warm up or cool down?
Warm up a little bit. It was pretty dark and wet, but outside is starting to warm up a touch.
How warm is it inside the tower?
Comfortable.
Okay, but it's not like old people hot.
No,
Okay.
It's like normal people, 70 degrees,
Okay.
maybe 65.
You said there's a door to the right, or like a set
There
of
were stairs to the
right.
right. Yep. That go
Then
up.
to the left, there's a door.
No, there's no doors in this room.
Oh,
the
no
left
doors.
was the painting, and the statue was in the center of the room. That was it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
Does Kermit have does he carry like a cup with him or anything?
a cup. Let me
Yeah, a
find
drinking
out.
cup
I
or
don't.
something?
I
Drinking horn?
yeah. I have a water skin.
So I take out my decanter. Would you like some water? It always reinvigorates me.
I would love some water. Thank you.
I give him some water from my endless decanter.
Filling it up, and then I just take a big drink out of it, and I go, if you guys want to move forward, don't let me hold you back. I'm going to rest here for a bit.
About an hour.
Maybe I just sneak to the top of the stairs and just take a little peek.
Yeah. So Thunk, you give me a stealth check
Yeah.
as you work your way up the stairs and off of Black Trunk.
That's a 19 plus. Where is it? Plus 3, so 20. I'm bad at math. 19,
22.
20, 21, 22.
So you get to the top of the stairs, and you kind of peek in through the archway.
Yeah, he's like on
It's-
his hands and knees, like just barely peeking around the corner.
It's clearly a kitchen. You make that assumption based on the fact that there's like a cauldron and storage cupboards next to it and stuff. And you can actually hear what sounds like a muffled conversation coming from the cupboards. And then you see, looking across the room, is another doorway.
Thunk's going to cast prestidigitation to make it sound like something just came from that archway, just like maybe like a rock bouncing, and see if anything in the room reacts.
Nothing seems to. You still hear a muffled conversation.
Thunk's going to slowly crawl his way back down the stairs. Once he's back around everyone.
There's something talking up there, like a hushed conversation. Some of it comes from the cupboards. Perhaps the cupboard goblins? I knew a tribe like that once. They stole all the cupboards out of the town and then used them as little beds and whatnot in their camp.
Not a bad idea at the end of the day if we think about it.
Living in cupboards?
Yeah, there's a whole tribe of goblins that lives in cupboards.
If you can fit in them, it would make sense. Plus, the rent's probably quite low.
But yeah, it sounded like there was talking from the cupboards. So maybe they got cupboard goblins?
Well, what were they saying, Thunk?
It was too hard to tell. It was kind of a muffled conversation. You just hear like the...
Then maybe I could go up and take a little listen myself. Might be something of interest there at the least.
So are you sneaking up as well?
Sure, I will cleric sneak up.
A stealthy cleric.
Give me stealth at disadvantage. I'm assuming you're in chainmail.
Oh, you're damn right.
What, you didn't give Serene Plate?
I wanted to, but I wasn't allowed.
Oh, man.
I've seen stealthy clerics in my day.
Jesus Christ. I rolled a nat 20 and an 18 on that.
Wow. What's that make your score?
That makes my stealth score a 18.
Okay. So everyone's surprised at how quiet you are going up the stairs, though. So when you get to the top of the stairs, you hear exactly what Thunk was talking about. You hear some kind of a...
No way to make out exactly what's being said, though,
Give me a
correct?
perception score.
Okay. On beat my passive of 22, 16 and 7 is 23, so it does beat my passive.
Okay. Yeah, you can't make out what it's actually saying.
Okay, then. Well, no reason to go ahead and not be friendly. I'm gonna walk up and knock on the cupboard.
Okay. As soon as you knock on it, it goes silent.
I will attempt to open the cupboard.
You open it and you see what looks like dishes, plates, cups.
Begging your pardon, when are you talking in here?
You hear nothing.
Do I see a suspicious-looking cup or plate? Does the plate look kind of sus?
Yes,
Yeah.
there is a plate that has, or a cup that has a chip out of it.
I knew it. Well.
It's like a teacup,
How embarrassing.
and it's the only teacup in there.
A chipped teacup. I thought you'd take better care of yourself. No response from the teacup?
Nope, it doesn't say anything.
God. Okay, but be nice. And I'll shut the door and leave.
And you put the teacup back?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. As soon as you close it and start to leave, you hear the muffled conversation going again.
Open the door real quick.
It stops immediately.
I feel like this is prop hunt where I have to shoot all of you to make you explode.
Thunk's at the top of the stairs, like peeking, watching her do this.
What's it doing? What's it doing?
They're going silent every time I open this up to look at them, whatever they are, or whoever they are. Well, anyway, they don't seem to be a problem to us. We're going upstairs to see your master. Do you want us to tell him anything while we're gone?
You hear nothing.
Okay.
Except for Thunk over there, like really heavy mouth breathing. It almost sounds like a slight wheezing sound.
I have an idea.
Is it a good one?
It might be.
What is your idea?
Oh, I'm gonna identify the things.
Okay. Good luck to you then.
Thunk will use what does it take? 10 minutes to cast something as a ritual?
Yes, it
Damn,
does.
I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah.
I'll take 10 minutes to identify the chipped cup.
Okay.
What does the chip cup identify as?
A teacup.
What are its pronouns?
By the way, Kermit, it's been an hour, so if you want to spend up to your 3 levels of hit dice for hit points back, you can.
Was there anything about the chip cup? Sorry, I got called on the phone.
No, it doesn't seem to identify as anything other than it is just a teacup, it seems.
I'll have to look that up. I don't remember what that is off the top of my hand.
Hit dice? So you're 3rd level, so you have 3 hit dice. So you can roll one of them. So for instance, as a ranger, is that a D8 or a D10?
I think it's a D10. Yeah.
It's 10.
So you roll a 10 plus con, and you add that back to your hit points, and you can do it up to 3 times.
I was just looking it up to make sure that was right.
Yep.
So I
It's a
can
D10.
get the right amount of points back.
Yep. And you can roll anything from 1 to all 3 of them, but you only get half of them back on a long rest.
Correct.
Right.
That was weird. There's nothing weird about the cup. It seems to be normal.
Well, then we should get going anyway.
D10. Awesome.
The cauldron seems to have some food left over in it as well.
Thunk will investigate that.
It
is
looks
it,
like the fire underneath it went out naturally, and it looks like all the food that was cooking is still in it, but it is now room temperature.
What kind of food does it appear to be?
It appears to be steak and onions and mushroom and peppers,
Ugh.
all
Yeah,
together and like mixed up.
Thunk will just take like 2 handfuls and just.
It's good. Room temperature, which probably isn't a problem for you though.
Yeah, it doesn't bother Thunk.
Thunk, what are you doing?
I was down for
You are what?
food, God.
Are you sure it's not poisoned?
When you two look back, you don't see the archway that goes downstairs anymore.
Well, that's a strange turn of events.
Thunk immediately loses his mind and goes over to the archway and is like where it was and like patting the wall.
Yeah, it's just a stone wall.
What do we see downstairs?
You guys still see an opening.
Like the stairway?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm actually doing pretty good now, health-wise, so I'm gonna...
Takes a minute or 2 for the water to kick in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look at Black Trunk and go, I think our friends have been up there for far too long. We should probably go upstairs.
It could be getting into mischief.
Call
Yeah.
down to them and see if they're still there.
Thunk's
It's a trap! I'm trapped!
You guys don't hear them saying that, by the way, downstairs.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Yeah. So when you walk through the archway, you see to your left Thunk like smacking a wall, trying to get through it. But
Like
you
as
see,
I'm walking up.
yeah, as you
Or-
get to the top of the stairs and you're at the archway, you see Thunk to the left, and you see this kitchen straight in front of you, and you see Serene looking over at Thunk.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I stop for a second and I try to touch the hidden wall that he's hitting.
Oh, you go all the way over to where he's hitting the hidden wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Thunk, you see all of a sudden Kermit step beside you and start touching the wall with you.
It's a trap!
He's like banging on the wall.
We've been tricked.
Black Trunk, you walked up the stairs too?
I would say goodbye to my plant friends. Well, I would be back and I will bring gifts and let them know that not to let anybody else in while we're in here.
We can't prevent anybody, but we'll tell them not to come in.
Or at least try to warn us.
We will try.
Thank you. And I'll, give them a couple pours of water. And then proceed up the stairs, lumbering slowly.
When you walk through the archway, you see to your left, Thunk is like smacking the wall, looking at Kermit saying, "It's a trap!" And Kermit's like pushing on it. And then you see Serene kind of looking over at them. And the archway behind you is no longer an archway. It's now just a brick wall.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can't we just break through it? That's what my character says.
There is an opening to the right of the kitchen, whereas you guys are to the left of it. And that opening looks like an actual door. A pole door.
Is there anything in these cupboards?
Just some regular cups and dishes.
Hmm.
Didn't find no cupboard goblins.
Thunk, will you do me a favor?
Oh?
Will you cast Detect Magic for me if you can?
Detector what I hunt?
You don't have Detect Magic, do you?
Oh?
I thought as much.
I'm going to open the cupboard and look at the whatever's in here, the dishes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking to see if there's any writing on them, like where they were made or who made them or anything like that.
You don't see any writing on them. They look like just plain dishes, plain white dishes.
I'm going to grab
There
one.
are some wooden bowls in here, though.
I'm going to walk up and I'm going to grab one and slam it on the ground and smash it.
Oh, it smashes.
I'm going to take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic while I'm here.
Okay. Yeah,
In
you
that
pick up
10
some magic coming from inside the cupboard.
Can I tell where it is and what type?
Illusion
Because the spell does say you find out what type, but it might be special magic.
magic. And you can see, if you get down on your knees, you see an etching in the upper part of the cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
That when you can discern basically that if the cupboard's closed, it's going to go off. It's almost like just an illusion that just happens. Yeah, like a switch. When the door's shut, it happens.
When the door... I'm going to open the door then.
When you open it, you don't hear any muffled conversation. When it's closed,
Do I see the wall turn back to normal when the...
No, the walls are shut. Like, there is no doorways now behind you or to the left. There's just the one door to the right now.
And walking around with Detect Magic on isn't showing any other magic here?
Nope.
I'm going to walk up to the door we see and see if that's magical in any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
Whilst all this is happening, Thunk has come to the only conclusion that would come logically to Thunk, and that's we're trapped now and we're going to die here, and Thunk's going to live the longest because he's going to eat all the food. So he's like in the pot, just handfulling it in, like just shoveling it.
I'm going to take a plate and a cup.
Okay.
I'm going to go towards the door and attempt to open it.
Okay. You pull it open. It looks like a very dark room.
I will cast the light spell then on my shield so I can see inside.
Your light spell does not emit any light into the room.
And Detect Magic isn't detecting anything magical here that I can see?
The room is magical. It's magical darkness, it looks like.
Ah, lovely.
So I see him open the door and it looks dark in there. And I look, since I have Devil's Sight.
Okay. You see straight ahead, Black Trunk, you see a throne. A very nice throne, clearly for a king. It's gold, it's got red cushions. And awakening from a nap, looks like a cat with a crown on his head. And next to the throne on the floor, looks like some kind of scroll case. Looks like it has a shield on it. And then you see to the right in this room, there is another door.
There's a door in there. There's a throne with some red cushions and a cat.
Where?
Here's cat.
Are you guys all staying in the kitchen while he's
realizing I said the word C-A-T?
I'm gonna start So as soon as he starts like talking about that, I'm gonna start looking for it because I don't have dark vision.
Yep.
Realizing I just said
Thunk is the only one staying out, and he's eating food, I'm assuming.
Well, I just said cat, and Thunk is probably thinking this is the next meal.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. Like Thunk's popping up from like the center of the cauldron, like just grease and peppers and steak chunks just all over his face. He's like, "Oh, that's mine."
I'm gonna stand at the entrance to the. I'm not going through. I'm gonna stand at the entrance of the door because I can't see anything. But obviously,
it has a crown.
What if I light a torch? What does that do?
You can't even see the torch if you're in the room.
It's magical darkness.
Yeah.
Thunk's like this, and he's just kind of like creeping into the darkness. I can't find it.
So I step into the room and look at the cat and ask, "May we come in, Your Highness?"
And the cat just kind of jumps off the throne and walks over to the door on the right, pushes through it, and that's it. Just disappears out of sight.
That was right. The cat has left. I don't think it wished to speak to us.
I don't care if it wants to talk. I want to eat it.
So I'm going to walk into the room and look and grab that scroll case.
Mm-hmm.
Thunk's got his hand like on Black Trunk, like walking along with Black Trunk, just groping in the darkness.
And try to grab one of the cushions from the throne.
The cushions are sewn to the.
Okay, then I can't.
Yep.
If that's the only thing I can like pick up, I'll walk back out of the room.
Okay.
To show everyone that I have the scroll case.
Okay.
The cat with the crown is left. They didn't wish to speak to me.
Where did it go?
There's a door in the other room if you wish to go through it.
Perhaps that's best. Might lead us further in to meet the master of this place.
Shall we look in the scroll case to see if there's anything in it?
Absolutely. Open it up.
Scrolls.
So you open it. It is empty. It does have a shield emblazoned on the side, though, of the case.
Any writing on the case? Just the shield?
Nope, just the shield.
Okay. All right. I will take it.
I had an idea about the cupboard just now. You said it was like a switch, Similar.
Yeah, every time the door is closed, you seem to hear a muffled conversation.
How big is the cupboard?
They're normal size.
Okay, so Thunk's gonna like crawl up inside the cupboard and close the door on himself.
You hear a muffled conversation happening all around you.
It's the sun. Turn it.
Thunk's gonna like kick open the cupboard door and you hear it like
stops.
It's the same on the inside as it is on the outside.
Yes, it's an illusion to make people think someone's in here, most likely. For some reason.
That's Trixie.
This entire house is tricksy.
And all false.
Where did you see the cat go to exactly? Black Trunk?
There's another door in this room. It went through the door.
Can you lead us to that door?
I can.
Then you take the lead and take us through it if possible, please.
Okay, I step back in the room and do a scan to see if there's anything else besides the throne with the red cushions and.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
When you all step in there, the door behind you slams shut on its own. The room is no longer magical darkness. This room is now, it like transforms instantly. It's clean and spotless from top to bottom. Dancing about are animated brooms, mops, dusters, and sponges, continually cleaning this room.
Well,
and if you start walking in this room, they seem to follow you around, cleaning up your footprints off the ground, especially Black Trunk.
Someone here is very conscious about cleanliness.
And there's still a door to your right.
Okay.
Somehow I have a feeling if there was a global pandemic that this person would definitely wash their hands constantly.
Thunk's gonna try and tackle one of the brooms. Like he's gonna jump for it and try and
You grab it and it starts cleaning while you're clinging onto it. You're like floating across the floor.
Thunk, what are you doing?
I was trying to tell you.
Give me a dex save, Thunk.
It looks like Thunk's going clunk because that's only a 5 plus a something. 5 plus a 3, so 8.
You take 3 points of damage as you get thrown to the hard floor.
Oh, my hold.
Now, do the brooms and sponges go and clean him since he's filthy now on the floor?
They don't clean him. They clean everywhere he's been, though. They don't seem to care if you guys are dirty. Just the floor in the room.
Okay.
I'm picturing when Thunk hits the floor and slides along the floor, there's a big old smudge left behind.
Oh, yeah, but it gets cleaned real quick. It's scrubbed up by the mops.
He hit the floor and that Thunk got low.
Serene, do you wish to go through the door?
I think it's our next step here in examining this madhouse.
It's going to be another trap.
You
Most
open the
likely.
door pretty easily.
What's inside as I look around?
Yeah, it looks like the floor is all cotton, and the room is domed. It's like a big giant dome.
Hello, is anyone in here?
You hear some echo off the walls.
That's not how cotton works. I'm very
I said you hear it off the walls.
Cotton works. Doesn't change the facts. Okay.
Does everyone make their way in?
I'm gonna stick behind the archway or the door.
Okay.
I'm just gonna observe through the doorway, basically.
Okay.
If anyone happened to be looking at Thunk, you can tell he's sizing up the other 2 fleshy people with us, trying to decide which one he could probably eat first if we're stuck here forever.
Do you want lizard or do you want human?
Yeah, he looks in really deep thought about which one would be easier to eat first.
Or do you prefer range?
Lizard's really good this time of year, I hear.
Right.
Oh, it depends on the seasoning you can get with it. If there's onion, then definitely lizard. If not, go human. This place looks pleasant for a hellhole.
The cotton is very soft to step on, though.
I'm certain it is.
It almost seems like you could easily lay on it and take a good quality nap.
I'm sure I might have that desire, but I'm not falling for your filthy.
No, you don't have that desire. There's no urge to. You just know it would be a nice place to lay down. That's all.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. But I can't lie down. I've just taken a 4-hour-long short rest. I don't feel like sleeping.
Is that what D&D is? It's 2 minutes of battle and 8 hours of rest every day.
Pretty much.
So the first room was magical darkness. Second room was
First room was a statue.
First room was statue.
Well, yeah, statue to magical darkness to
The
a
third room
cleaning
was the
area.
darkness room. Fourth
Second
room
room.
was the cleaning room.
Right.
This is room numero 5.
Are we going
I
through
feel
all
like we're going through the stages. Yeah.
This
Yep.
one's magically delicious.
I guess I'll step through too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally.
And then Black Trunk and Thunk. Are you guys
Yep,
going
I'm
into?
going to walk in, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Thunk will hesitantly shuffle in behind Black Trunk.
When you guys go in, the door shuts behind you. You see all around you this domed wall just emits a bright light. So you see this bright light all around you.
Oh,
Not blinding, but it's pretty bright in here. It's almost like glass, and light is coming through it.
Is it sunlight, photosynthesis light? Or
No.
Okay.
It's those cheap grow lights that don't really work, but they're advertised to work. So you buy them thinking you're going to go ahead and grow some dank kush, but really you're not.
Everybody give me a dex save.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
Beat a
18
15.
plus 3.
Everybody
Okay,
says that.
no. Not
That's
with
a
the 3.
16.
Okay.
16.
18 plus 3 is 19, 20, 21.
Oh, hang on, guys.
If you made the save, you take 7 points of damage.
Oh, that's nice.
You made
If
it?
you did not, you take 14 points of damage as this room begins to shake violently and cotton is flying all over the room and slowly falling to the ground. It's almost like you're in a giant snow globe.
Aha. Well, I have a mace just for this purpose.
You do hear, as you get thrown about this room, it starts to crack, like a cracking sound, like.
Oh, good heavens!
What were you gonna say?
The DC was 15.
Yes.
I just had 15. So yeah.
Okay, so then you take 7 points of damage.
7, yeah.
And all around you, the dome just starts to shatter around you, and you are all lying on the ground, prone in a room. You see, like this, in the center of this room is a pedestal that looks like should be something on top of it. Like it's got like 4 prongs that stick up, like they should hold something. But whatever was there is not there now. And you see a robed figure lying down on the floor against the wall on the other side of this room. And you can see papers all over the floor that look like they should have been on the desks in this room. Because there's a couple desks. There's some bookshelves. And yeah, and it's dead silent in here.
The robed figure that's lying down, does it look dead? I think we were asking the same question.
Give me a medical check.
Oh. That's actually not bad. That is medicine. That is a 16.
He does not appear to be dead, but his breathing is very faint.
So when Black Trunk finally stands up and leaves pieces of bark and branches and leaves all on the ground and looks in really rough shape.
Yeah, Thunk looks very haggard as well. He does not look good.
Looking at everyone who's all messed up, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity ability. And do preserve life. And if you have less than half your HP, you regain HP up to half.
How many people does that work on?
Everyone within 60 feet of me.
Including the downed wizard dude?
Including him, yes.
He rolls over, looking at the ceiling, doesn't seem to try and get up.
You okay, sir?
So he looks up at you and looks around, and he looks at the pedestal, and he's like, "No, I'm not."
What's your name?
My name is what was my name? I hit my head. My name's Hagmar Mordan.
Pleasure to meet you. I am
Hagmar Mordan.
Is this your tower?
Yeah, you could say that.
I could say many things, but I'm asking.
I mean, I am the protector of the tower, or was. I seem to have failed.
Wait, what do you mean was?
Protected from what?
The orb is gone.
Oh, good. What is this orb?
It's the wolf heart.
More importantly, who took it?
I'm afraid I did.
I beg your pardon?
It looked like me.
A shapeshifter of some kind, perhaps?
No. I think it was part of me.
You're losing me. You're going to have to be a bit more specific.
I think it came from me. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I mean, I am always doing experiments and things like that, and I believe I pulled a part of myself out of myself, and I think my darkest thoughts came to life and took it.
And you fell unconscious because it ripped itself out of you?
No. See, I saw it, and it grabbed the orb, and it was like casting spells against me, and I was trying to fight it back, but I wasn't strong enough.
How strong are you as a wizard?
What kind of question is that?
How strong of spells can you cast?
I can cast some pretty good ones. I've been studying magic my whole life.
Are you familiar with Fireball?
Oh, of course. Every wizard knows Fireball. It's almost too simple. It's just
It's
it takes
Like
a while.
Trunk gets
Sounds like
nervous.
I had a bad feeling you were going to say that.
Sounds like staring at his rotted out spell book and like very disappointed he doesn't
I
know
need to get the
Fireball.
wolf heart back.
Where
That
would you-
can be used to bring unspeakable horrors to this material plane.
Where would yourself have taken it? Why would you have taken it?
That is a great question. I don't know. I probably would have taken it. Like I said, it's my darkest thoughts and my dark side that I no longer have with me. I can't even think of what I would have come up with.
Just take a deep breath.
What would your dark thoughts be? Murder, rape, pillaging?
No, I don't
Burning
think
puppies
so. I don't know. I have no dark thoughts now.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened shortly before that? What were you doing?
Experiments on my table over there. Oh, my book is gone too.
What type of experiments
What
were you
book?
conducting?
My spell book.
I'm going to reach over to Kermit and attempt to take his water cup again. And
Okay.
pour some water in the cup and hand it to him.
He takes
a
it with
dr-
both hands.
Have a drink. You know you are bags of mostly water. Maybe this will help you remember.
I don't remember.
What do you remember?
I remember fighting with myself, and last thing I remember was being hit by some kind of a blast, and I hit my head and fell unconscious. I believe I was casting a spell, not me, but the other me was casting a portal spell or something to jump somewhere. I don't know where though.
Do you have the ability to cast the portal spell yourself?
If I had my spell book, yes.
I see. What spells do you still have available to you?
He looks around to see if there's any scrolls available. I don't have any. I seem to have taken all my scrolls as well.
Can you tell us about a cat that wears a crown?
Oh, that is just an illusion.
It looks so tasty.
It's not. It's literally just an illusion.
I pull out the scroll case. Was there a scroll in here? It's empty.
Oh, no, that is actually a key.
To what?
So I was trying to do research. There's some kind of there's another tower somewhere. I don't know the whereabouts of it. But you need the different scroll cases for the different schools of magic to get into. It's similar to outside, how we have those symbols, but I believe there's a bunch of statues. And you have to pair up the scroll cases with the proper statues to get in.
Do you have any other cases in here, or was this?
No, just this one. That's what made me start looking into it.
I hand the cup back to.
Maybe that's what the other me is trying to do.
What's in the other location?
I don't know. I never was able to figure it out. I've never
Why
been
would-
there.
What would you think might be in there? I mean,
Well-
you had to assume there was something powerful.
Of course, something powerful. Great knowledge, arcane knowledge of some sort, maybe a spell book. Usually in Wizards Towers, that's the kind of stuff you would find is, something to further our studies.
What about the statue that came alive?
Oh, that's just a guardian. to prevent people from breaking in.
Was it important to you?
No, well, if I had my spell book and such, I could probably recreate it. Yeah.
If something had happened to it.
Assuming you guys came up through the tower, then something happened to it.
That's a fair assessment.
Did that, or you solved the puzzle outside?
We didn't have any illusion magic to cast, unfortunately.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Can you teach us one?
I can't right now. I don't have my spell book.
Where would your other part go looking for the next piece of the puzzle in towards these cases?
It's a great question. West, maybe?
What would be to the west?
It's possible maybe the orcs or maybe Shipwreck Beach would have something like that. I mean, isn't it true that a lot of pirates search for treasure? They may have come across a scroll, and if somehow one of those ships washed up on shore, maybe, but I have no idea other than like tombs and stuff of wizards. I got nothing.
Tell me, did any dwarves happen to come to your tower in recent weeks?
I haven't seen anybody. In fact, you guys are the first faces I've seen other than my own in probably a year. People stay away from here.
About how long ago did you get attacked by your other?
Assuming that today was when I was knocked unconscious, just today, overnight. I was casting my ritual and doing my experiment last night.
Was there a flash of light and a scream?
The scream was probably me. As for the flash of light, that came from the wolf's heart.
What exactly is the wolf's heart?
It's an orb, a magical orb.
That does what?
It magnifies your abilities of magic. It can be used for amazing things, but if it fell into the wrong hands, which I'm afraid it has, well, it could be catastrophic.
So what you're saying is we have to find some way to get your spell book back to you, or the wolf's heart away from him?
Yes. And if there's any way to retrieve that other part of me without killing it, I might be able to fix it. I'm afraid of who I am without that part of me.
How did you rip one part of you out from your other?
There was a spell that allowed me to go within myself. And I'm afraid when I came out with that part of me.
How did you what was this spell exactly?
Oh man, he took the scroll that had it.
Where did you get the scroll from? Did you make it yourself, or did you?
No, I did not make it myself. I am not that good of a wizard. No, I found it.
Where did you find it?
On my travels when I was once an adventurer.
Well, perhaps if we can find where you found it, we might be able to come up with a replication of the spell itself. So you might be able to. I
believe my old group and we recovered it from the there was a dragon's horde in the mountains over here, north of here. Up in Timber Rock. North of Timber Rock.
Timber Rock.
Who was your old group exactly?
Oh, you want their names? Well, I won't give that, but we've all retired since.
They might be able to help us in some way or other. They used to be your old adventuring party.
I suppose. Well, I mean, they're not in this region, though. I mean, they're pretty far away.
Are you from?
We all went home again.
So you're originally from this region?
Yes.
I'm going to pick up. You said there's scraps of paper and stuff on the ground?
Yes.
I'm going to pick those up and look at them.
Okay. Yeah. So reading it, it looks like him talking about different experiments he's doing. For instance, you see, in fact, one that stands out to you is him bringing plants to life through experimentation. And clearly he used that on his garden. It doesn't tell you how to do it. It's kind of like his findings after doing an experiment.
Like a diary kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to collect all those things.
Okay.
I'm going to start looking around like the actual table itself. Where he was doing his experiment.
Oh, on the table off to the side?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you see what looks like there's some candles that have been knocked over and they're not lit, obviously. Parchment, you see an ink bottle, things like that.
Were the candles set in like any particular pattern from what I can tell?
No, in fact, it looks like how you can't even tell how they originally were. It looks like whatever happened in this room kind of knocked everything out. Like everything is not where it normally would
like
be.
An explosion kind of thing.
Yeah, or like maybe there were strong, profuse winds, explosion, something happened in here.
Okay.
Thunk's gonna like carry his spell book up to the wizard and
can you help me learn how to read the rest of this?
I only know, and he like flips it open to like a few separate pages, points at it.
I only know how to read these few.
Oh, so you're like holding your spell book open for him?
Yeah.
He's like, yes. He starts looking at it. And what spells do you currently have in the book?
Currently, I have Tasha's Caustic Brew, Witch Bolt, Identify, Ray of Sickness, Shield, Sleep, Enlarge and Reduce, Web, Cloud of Daggers, and Flaming Sphere.
Ooh.
Sapping, Sting, Chill Touch, and Prestidigitation.
He tells you, yes, I could probably go over some of these other things in there. And you're a necromancy player, or wizard.
Yes.
Okay.
There are probably some really dark, nasty spells in that book.
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on some of that. But yeah, he offers to definitely help you. For sure. And he tells you that if you guys would like to stay, he does have sleeping quarters if you want to stay the night.
As long as we're safe, my character says, like snickering.
Yeah, you'll be safe. You've made it up this far. Getting out is easy.
How do we know you're still in control of the tower?
You went through all the illusions. The way down is fine. But if you want, like, you just go down this, and he points at the door on the opposite side of the room. He says, this will go straight down to some sleeping quarters if you want to stay.
Is there a window to the outside?
Yes. In fact, there's a balcony.
Oh.
So one could theoretically use a grappling hook and get out through rope. How far
except you don't see so from outside, you guys didn't see any balconies. And the windows looked like arrow slits from outside.
This tower is all kinds of tricksy.
And then I pull Thunk aside. How do we know this guy is telling the truth? This could all be part of the illusion.
Yeah, it's all tricky.
And then I kind of just like keep an eye on him the whole time, like as we're going into the sleeping quarters. Because I don't trust this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over to where the orb is supposed to be, because you said it was like in a cradle thing, and pass my branch through it to see.
Yeah, so it's like this pillar,
right,
or altar or something, an altar that has like 4 little prongs that stick up from it. And yeah, there's nothing on it anymore.
Was there any writing or anything on it?
Nope.
Okay. So I guess we would get an idea how big the orb is from the fact that it sits on here.
It's probably the size of a basketball.
Okay. Okay.
Sweet. All right, 1 second. Sorry, my girlfriend came down the stairs just a second and was talking to me while that was happening.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up the spell.
Yep. So he'll teach you that spell of your choice from the School of Illusion of first level in the morning.
Okay.
Is what he offers. The rest of you, he'll make sure that you get fed, you get some, water, and a warm bed for the night. Is there anything else I could get you guys? Anything you need? Why are you guys over here at Wolfheart? Just looking for dwarves, I see.
We were looking for 2 dwarves who went missing, Crawbad Flint Dweller and Hasida Rensblade.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of them.
They came looking for ingredients, snake berries, pixie buttons, devil peppers.
Oh, I've got those.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Oh, you need them too?
It would be a great deal of help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give you a basket full.
We also need to find dill flour.
I can't help you with that. I think you can find that in, up by the river north of Lake Town.
That would make sense. Those were all the things we needed, right? That's all I've written down for ingredients.
Yeah. He says it should be north of the Four Isles Lake. There's a river that runs east and west, south of Froghast.
Are you familiar with these ingredients?
Yeah, they're used for all sorts of different things. It's very common to need these for some pretty potent herbal brews.
Okay. What type of herbal brews in particular? Poisons, potions, antidotes?
You can use it for all sorts of different potions.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't dabble in that too much. I just use it for more experimentation with magic.
Oh, I see. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys want, go ahead and stay. I'm gonna clean up my room here, my study room, and I'll think on some stuff overnight, I guess.
Would you like some help cleaning everything up?
No, I'm fine. I can't believe I did that. So, yeah, this is on me.
You don't seem very fine.
I'll be as fine as I can be.
Watch out for the brooms and mopses. They'll have to throw you around if you grab them.
That's just the one room. It's okay.
Or the statues that kill you upon a
That
command.
They don't attack me. I created them.
You say you haven't been visited by people very often. You're not the most gracious of hosts.
What are you talking about? I'm giving you food, drink, everything.
Yes, but you also have a hedgerow with plants that attempt to murder you, as well as
No,
statues.
they only attack if you cut through them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want someone to ruin your garden, would you?
No, that's on me, Serene.
Oh,
Okay. Not with the actual setup itself.
Wait, did you get attacked by my plants?
Because we cut through them. Without knowing beforehand.
Yeah,
Sounds
sorry.
like
My plants are
Kermit
typically
Smash.
pacifists. They don't attack unless you hurt them first. They're
We did
very
kill-
defensive of each other.
We did kill one.
Oh, no. Which one?
I don't
Dave.
know where the closest one was, I guess.
It was pink and white and red.
Yeah, the
Okay.
defenders are all pink and white and red. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning. So the night passes. You sleep very comfortably, very peaceful. It's quiet, perfect temperature. Like, it is your ideal sleeping conditions, no matter who you are or what.
For each race.
Thunk, you really love it. What's that?
For each race is what I was saying.
For all of you, yeah. For each of you, you are perfectly comfortable. If you want something more humid, it's perfect for you. For Black Trunk, you actually feel the sunlight come through the window perfectly on you. Like,
I'm on the balcony.
Yeah, see, so you feel the sunlight perfectly out there, and even in the moonlight, it feels refreshing for some reason. Yeah, and you wake up. Well, you don't sleep, but you know what I'm saying. Throughout the night, it's just perfect. And when you wake up, Thunk, you learn the spell that you were hoping to. He teaches it to you. It takes him about 30 minutes to explain how to read it in your book. Because it was already in your book somehow. And
that's what that means.
Which you promptly forget.
Do me a favor, Thump. Give me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence. Beat a 10 and you remember it. If you don't, then you don't remember it.
And straight intelligence. All right. Yep. Modifier, please save me. That's just a 10.
You remember it. Vaguely, but you remember it. And now you can add that to your prepared spell.
Nice. Yeah, the way I'm kind of doing Thunk's spellbook is because he found a complete spellbook and he just doesn't know how to read the rest of it. He only knows how to read parts of it.
Yeah, no, I love it. He teaches you some pointers too, so when you level up, you can learn these spells. So yeah, and he tells you guys, if you just go down through those doors, you'll be able to go right outside again. And he gives you guys the plants that you needed. Puts them in a basket for you.
So Thunk's like standing in front of himself.
So these pages towards the back of the book that I didn't know how to read, you mean those aren't butt paper?
Those, you got a long time before you're going to know how to cast those.
But they're not butt paper.
No. No. You don't want to use those.
Okay.
In fact, you want to protect that book with your life, because if that book falls in the wrong hands, there's some pretty bad spells in there.
What about your book?
My book has some pretty bad spells.
Well, why don't you join us and we can find your book together?
I'm useless without my book. If I go with you, I'm just a liability.
You're not useless. You have knowledge.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
No one's useless. It's a state of mind.
It is. Yeah.
I'm going to do the help action.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, wow. I rolled really good for that. Persuasion. Where are you at? Is that just straight charisma? Or?
It's a
persuasion.
it's
a skill.
Oh, there it is. So 16 is what I rolled.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, I really can't go with you, but maybe I can offer something to help. Kermit, what type of weapons do you like?
Well, and then I pull out my short swords. I would like to be able to wield something larger than short swords.
Like a long sword?
Yeah.
A battle axe? Great sword?
Long swords.
Long swords? So he's like, let me go see what I can find real quick. He walks out of the room down the hallway real quick. You hear some metal like clanging in like a closet. And after a minute, he comes back and he hands you a great sword. It's silver.
Ooh.
Or I'm sorry, not a great sword, a long sword. It's silvered. And it's got like a light blue gem in the hilt. And he tells you that this is a magical sword.
Okay. So I wield it and try just kind of do my normal sword action thing, like flipping it around kind of thing. How's the balance and all that stuff feel?
So the sword is gonna feel exactly the same in your hands. The way it works is once per day, you can deal an extra D8 of damage. But only once per day.
Okay, awesome.
You said it was silvered.
And it is silvered, so...
Yes.
That's a real shiny one.
I wanted you. He comes
Thank
out
you.
and says, "This is Pappy's old coon hunting shotgun."
And he tells you that was actually my sword at one point.
That's a good bit of shine.
So, should you get my book back, I appreciate it. And this is my way of thanking you ahead of time.
If you have any information about where your book might be, you could let us know in the future, perhaps.
Yeah, where do you guys like to stay?
Outside.
Obviously.
There's
the tree.
There's that good bar with the half-orc in the town to the southeast or southwest.
Oh, Havlo?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been there in a couple of years. I might have to make my way in there then. If I get any information, I will find you guys there.
Oh,
Good to know.
Thank you.
We'll find this spell book of yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Obviously, you know that he looks like me. So,
Yes.
good luck. And he shows you the way down and out. And so you guys know this tower was only like, 3 stories tall. But like based on the stairs when you were inside going up, it felt much taller. In fact, the rooms, some of them were so tiny, but others were like really large. Like the snow globe room was very large. The throne room was very large. But when you go down these like hallways and out the stairs, it's all in proportion. And you go out, and when you open the last door, it's outside to the garden.
Looks like scratching his head.
oh.
And when he closes the door behind you, you no longer see the door. It turns back into a wall.
Before he departs, do we go out the main entrance?
No.
Okay. Before we depart, I tell him, make sure that you bring things out for the plants to look at.
Of course, I will do that.
Just going to be texting the plants night and day, nothing but his OnlyFans account.
So with that, you guys are standing out in the garden. The plants in the garden seem fine. They seem happy. It's a sunny day. It's really nice outside, actually. The sun is perfect. Full sunny day, 75-degree weather, not too humid. And we will end the session right there.
I leave them with the plate that I found in the cupboard.
Okay.
And I will show them the cup, but I will keep it since I don't want to keep taking Kermit's cup. And now I have a cup that I can fill to hand to people.
All right. So yes, you do that. In fact, the plant you set the cup near, it actually like wraps around the cup and pulls it into the bush.
The plate. Yep.
Or the plate, yeah.
A plate! Huzzah!
So we'll end the session there. Are you guys heading back to Havlo, or are you trying to get the other ingredient and heading up to Lakeland?
Probably get the ingredient first.
Yeah.
We still haven't found the dwarves either, which was our main reason for being here. So I think we should ask the plants if they've seen any dwarves.
They already said they hadn't, I think.
Yeah, so we need to.
And if not, they tell Black Trunk now they haven't seen any dwarves.
Yeah. Filthy lying plants.
And I just kind of lay my hand on the plants and just go. I apologize for your fallen brethren.
So none of you ever hear the plants talk back. It's just Black Trunk.
Yeah.
And in fact, when Kermit does that, the plants get a little nervous, Black Trunk. Most lizards eat them.
Yo, man, get back on your side, motherfucker. Go mess you up, man. If you keep coming around here, you're